I've sort of not done one of these episodes in a while. This will be interesting, to say the least. Oh, still very hot, but still very good. So yeah, let's get on with the video. Today, we are going to be talking about inspiration and motivation, and specifically what can attribute or degrade either. My name is Kat the Crow-Winged Author here at the Magic Library, and today we're having another cocoa with a crow. Oh, very hot, very hot, very hot, but still very good. This is a mug that my friends actually got me. My friends from my D&D group actually got me because I've always wanted to play a tiefling in one of our campaigns, and yeah, so it's tiefling. So yeah, we have a very weird sense of humor in our group. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about motivation and inspiration, and they're sometimes used interchangeably, and other times they're on opposite sides of the spectrum. So it's a little weird to place down that exact terminology. What it personally means for me, inspiration-wise, is that it is a sudden epiphany that you have pertaining to something that you've put basically on the back burner. Basically having your mind work through it as you yourself are doing a sort of mundane routine. And that's specifically how I find, and that usually sometimes leads to motivation. Other times it leads to do an entirely different thing, which is, for example, make a YouTube channel. But it's severely different compared to the Webster's definition or anybody else's personal definition, because in this day and age we deal with a lot of people's more personal definitions than the actual definitions anyway. So I tend to follow the philosophy of the difference between your personal definition and a literal definition can sometimes be used together in tandem. That probably didn't make sense, and that was probably way too philosophical for early in the morning, but I digress. For me, inspiration leads to motivation because I get so excited at the prospect of this epiphany that I immediately want to write it down and see how it goes in the story. And that I think is typically true for any discovery writer, because discovery writers, as I've said many times before, don't have a plot. We don't have a plot. We never plot out any of our books. We have a basic idea and then we let our minds run with it from there. I kind of like attributing discovery writing to being a director that has absolutely no idea what the script is. The director has an idea of what the story is about, but they have absolutely no idea what the journey is. So yeah, that's just about it. I actually kind of like that analogy. I am a director that has no idea what the script is, and I think that sort of gets to the point of discovery writing at its core. Motivation can also be a little bit weird for me, because I've said multiple times that I have undiagnosed ADHD, and whenever my brain focuses on a certain topic, I'll usually gravitate more towards that topic, and it takes a long time for me to come back to what I've been working on. And that's specifically why I have so many WIPs in my lineup. I've done a count, and I think I've got like from 17 to 20 now. Some of them I've not even worked on, but other ones there are ones that I absolutely need to work on. But that's just my brain and my method and how I do it and everything. So, but oh, my personal definition for motivation. See, this is exactly what I mean when I say I have my brain goes pew. My personal definition for motivation is drive. It is what drives you to either to accomplish a task, to go about something, basically what you put yourself towards. It's sort of it's really goal oriented, or is it orientated? It's weird because some words mean the same thing as other words, and they're used interchangeably just depending on where you are in the world, and it's odd to say the least. But that's a topic for another time. I've said before that inspiration leads to motivation, and for me, it's exceptionally true because my motivation is usually driven by what epiphanies I have. It's also one of the reasons why I tend to take breaks in between writing sessions, and it sort of helps to alleviate burnout. I will say this: even I am not immune to burnout. I mean, like, for those of you who know me personally and everything, you know that I left Montevallo before I got my arts degree, specifically because I was burned out, but I was also, like, dealing with severe mental issues. Something of which, by the way, my professors did not seem to understand. They also had a very sketchy definition of inspiration, saying that artists shouldn't be inspired to perform art, to make art. They should be making art no matter what. And that sort of goes against my personal philosophy, so. But this is not a review for my art college or anything. It's just that's just a rant that I usually touch on like once in a blue moon. But oftentimes, inspiration leads to motivation. For some people, it's either side of the spectrum. For me, and I want to say other discovery writers like me, inspiration is point A and motivation is point B. Now, that can also be said about A leading to B to C, D, E, all the way down to Z, and then you get into double letters, which gets really frustrating. But that's if you're doing something as sort of just exponential as working on 3 books at the exact same time in the exact same series. Yeah. But as an artist, no matter what your art is, whether it's writing, whether it's actual art, whether it's cooking or baking or anything, or if you're crafting with your hands, inspiration is I do believe that inspiration leads to motivation. It's like, okay, you're inspired to do this, so you do this. And it's something that I think that a lot of people don't understand, and I don't really understand why they don't understand. This is sort of giving me flashbacks to me as a child and Dad teaching me algebra when I was like 5. As sort of a very base example. You'd have to know my father. My father's an engineer, which led to a very interesting childhood, but that's going to be for another video. I'll probably do that in a Coco with the Crow random thoughts video or something. But back onto the topic of the video, as a writer and everything, I find that I rely heavily on inspiration and motivation, especially when I get stuck, when I get that all of a sudden just like big writer's block and everything, which can be compared to the scene in Bug's Life when the ant says, "I'm lost, where's the line?" and the other ant says, "Do not panic, we're going to go around the leaf." Yeah, it is a leaf. It was not a twig, it was a leaf. Yeah, that's typically how I tend to think of my blocks and everything. And the guy coming in to say we're going to go around the leaf is my inspiration and my motivation, because for me they're very intertwined. Ooh. That is good hot cocoa. You may be asking why I'm having hot cocoa when it's almost summertime, but I find that it helps me actually regulate heat more. It gets me used to the hotter temperatures outside, which is very, very odd, considering a lot of people will actually tell you otherwise, will tell you vastly otherwise. It's actually a trick I learned from a friend I used to work at a bookstore with, because I used to work at a Yogurt Mountain at Books A Million when I was in college. And during the wintertime, I would find it absolutely baffling that this coworker of mine would literally come and buy frozen yogurt when it was like almost 20 degrees outside, and it was just baffling to me. But she had said that eating cold things helps her to not feel cold, which is weird, and I didn't really understand it at the time. But now that I'm working the job that I'm working and everything, it actually tends to help out a little bit more. True, I will still drink ice water throughout the entire time, but yeah. The truth is, you can find inspiration in many, many things. For example, if you've not noticed my just like catalog of manga and everything, I actually do read manga and I watch a lot of anime. I've not watched a lot recently, but those do in fact have some inspiration, specifically because of some of the concepts and storylines and everything. And that in itself will be a video for a completely another time, but it's just important to know that you can find literally inspiration in anything. One thing that usually causes inspiration to just like spark in my brain is music. I actually have several different playlists for all of my different projects. I sometimes have some of them themed. I have some of them set toward a different genre or a different work that I'm working, or a different project that I'm working on. It's just something for aesthetics. And it is because of some of those songs and everything that I have actually come up with some of the most insane story ideas that I could add into projects that I'm already working on, or that I could add to the ever-growing pile of projects. So yeah, my brain be an overachiever when it comes to creating. Oftentimes, inspiration comes from books and everything, from other books that I've read. A perfect example is that right now I'm actually working on, as a sort of side project to give my mind some rest from the Seraphim trilogy, is that I'm actually working on a project for a little fan fiction project for Ellie Rain's books, because one, this woman does not get enough love for the work that she's done, because her books are just absolutely amazing. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go to my channel, find the Book Talk series, and then just like go to all the ones that are by Ellie and that are books by Ellie Rain. Willow of Ashes, Orbs of Azure, Pearl of Emerald. Everything is just, all of her story is just so incredible. And to think that she was actually going to originally make it into a video game, then made it into a 5-book series, it's inspirational, and I just absolutely love it. And it's such an interesting concept because of just what that world goes through. And I will oftentimes actually either listen to the audiobooks, reread certain passages that correlate with what I'm writing, or I will literally listen to a playlist that I have made specifically for her little fan project and everything. So yeah. Let it not be said that writers cannot also be tremendous fans of other people's work, because more oftentimes than not and everything, it's what we love reading wise that makes us want to become writers. The first book talk episode I ever did on here was for Inkheart, and that was very influential in my journey as a writer, because of that one specific line that Maggie reads at the end of the book. As Mo had said, writing stories is a kind of magic too. I wholeheartedly believe that, and I want that to be an inspiration for others. it's why specifically I pointed it out when I was doing that video, because if it's inspiration for me, it's probably going to be inspiration for somebody else. And for someone to go back and read Inkheart and then feel in their hearts that they want to write, that's just incredible to me, because I think the world is actually sort of lacking in writers who want to write for the heck of it. And it's just, writing needs to be something that you're passionate about. So it goes from inspiration to motivation to just passion, and that, I think, is, and it's just an ever-going circle. It's very influential and, dare I say, inspirational. For any of you watching this, your inspiration may come from different things. It may be from a hike in nature. It may be watching a TV show, which admittedly is also one of mine. It could be anything that you just hold so dearly to your heart that can motivate you and inspire you, to motivate you to do what you're passionate about. Whether it be writing or something artistic or something that you want to do with your life. If you're inspired to do something like become a police officer, become a doctor, or just go into whatever profession that you want to, I say do it. Because to me, and this is about to get really philosophical at this point, life is too short to not follow your dreams. And it's heartbreaking to think that some people will go their entire lives without ever being inspired to do what they want to do instead of what others want them to do. And here at the Magic Library, I specifically want people to be inspired, to be motivated, to strive towards being a means of inspiration and motivation for someone else as well. Because it's like a spider web effect. It starts with one person, and then the threads go out, and connections are made. And it's those connections that are very, very important to any artistic community, to any community in general, because the connections that are made make those communities grow bigger, and the connections grow bigger. And it's through those connections and through those communities that you find that you're motivated to be inspiration for others. And it's, like I said, it's a circle. So, and especially where inspiration and motivation come into play, that is definitely a circle that keeps going round and round on itself. I got really philosophical there. I did not expect that. Wow, 5 a.m. thoughts. Yes, if you're wondering, it is 5 a.m. on May the 14th, hopefully when this video will be coming out, and it is Mother's Day, and I've already surprised Mom a great deal with my homemade pancakes yesterday for breakfast, and also some fresh cut flowers that I arranged myself. And last weekend, we both got matching tattoos and everything. We got the Celtic Gaelic words for mother and daughter. Mine is, I actually can't pronounce it. I don't know why I'm about to try. But this is the word for daughter in Irish Gaelic. And we wanted to get those on opposite arms going up and down so that we would always be tied by that, because I am sort of ashamed to say that I am my mom's only friend, because it sort of breaks my heart that she can't make that connection with others, but it also means so much to me that she does call me her best friend. She can come to me with things, and it's just, I love my mom so much. So, and I know for a fact that she will be watching this, so I actually want to dedicate this video to my mom and all moms out there, because in a sense my mom actually was a sort of inspiration for me to go into arts and to writing, because she was an artist when I was little. So yeah, I love you, Mom. I love you so much. Actually, no, since she's K-pop, I'll do finger hearts because she just absolutely loves K-pop, and I actually got her into that. So, but yeah, that's my little inspiration spiel, especially for all the moms out there who are either first-time moms or they're just absolute just awesome vets, because it's like age doesn't necessarily equal superiority, but it's like the things that we put our parents through, I will say it's just like, it's something that will definitely come back to us when those of us who are not parents yet or not in relationships become parents later on, and it's like, wow, we have our work cut out for us. Because we know if our kids are anything like us, we'll probably be tearing the hair out by the roots. But in my mom's case and everything, she's always been there for me, and she's always been a big source of inspiration. And she is also a sort of motivation for me. She actually told me while I was writing Arborea Lux, jokingly, I think, that if I didn't finish the book and if I didn't get it published or anything so that she could have a physical copy in her hands, that she would disown me and have me live out in the shed in the front of the yard. So that was a sort of inspiration. That was sort of a definite motivation for me, whether she was kidding or not, that I finished the book and I accomplished a lifelong dream of mine. So yeah, my mom is definitely a source of inspiration and motivation. Since it is Mother's Day and everything, I want everyone out there to put down in the comments below what your favorite memory of your mom is and everything. Share it with the community, because it's like those memories can oftentimes be sources of inspiration for us, and it's something that would make us strive to be passionate about something. And with that note, this is actually the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a very awesome Mother's Day, and I hope you get to spend it with your moms wherever they may be. My debut novel, Arborea Lux, is still up on Amazon, and if you like paranormal dark fantasy with a hint of romance and a hint of mystery and a plot to overthrow the ruling monarchy, I highly recommend it. My mom definitely loves the book and everything. She actually had me sign the book, and she absolutely loves it. I think she's actually done with the book already because it's like, as you can see, it's not all that thick, but at the same time, it's like, she loved it. She loved it. So if you liked this video, please, well, first of all, drop a like, and if you're interested in this video, in more videos like this, definitely subscribe and ring that bell for more notifications, because I've got a whole lot of stuff on my list that I want to do. For more information about stuff that I've got going on in my life and everything, whether it be life updates, writing project updates, go down to my socials below. I've got Facebook, I've got Twitter, I've got Instagram, I've got TikTok. I love doing TikTok. Right now I am doing a writer memes series on there that I am actually about to go and film. And if you want to contact me personally, then my Discord server is also down below as well. If you want anything when it comes to writing tips, or you just want to talk about writing or talk about writing or anything else for that matter, come and join the Discord server. All of my D&D friends are on there right now, and it's sort of dead except for when I post new video updates and everything. But we need to flesh out the community of the Magic Library. So it is definitely an invitation to you to come and just hang out with some very awesome people. And if you would be so inclined, if you are subscribed, or if you're even not subscribed, please I would just hit the subscribe. No, just hit the subscribe button, specifically because I'm trying to reach my goal of 100 subs before the end of the year. It's a very small goal. I don't think I'm actually going to reach it before the end of the year. If I do, it'll be grand, but at the same time, it's like, I'm up to 46 subscribers right now, and it's like, and it's good because actually I know for a fact one of my newer subscribers is actually an ASMR artist that I listen to, and he's just and they're just awesome. I'm part of their Discord server, and they're just like, they're really awesome at everything. So if you're interested in that and everything, I'll put a link to his channel below. It's not gonna be, because it's just like some of the stuff that he comes up with and everything. It's like, it's really good. So a big shout out to, it's either Joser ASMR or Hoser ASMR. I have absolutely no idea. I'll probably have to confer with them on that, but still, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and everything, and even asking what my YouTube channel was when we were talking in your Discord server, because that made my week and everything. So yeah, I'll be going into a video about writing prompts sometime next week, because I'm about to be working 2 12-hour shifts back to back. Monday and Tuesday, and I'm actually going to be coming in early to work, not staying over, so that's going to exhaust me. But later on in the week, I will be doing a video about this specifically, but I'm going to be giving you guys a writing prompt right here. So if you guys are interested in doing my little writing prompt challenge and everything, just look at the writing prompt, read it all the way through, and if you want, put down in the comments below your short little story and everything. It can be a few sentences, it could be a paragraph, it could be a few sentences just as a general like scenario, or it could be a paragraph, and it's something to like, it's inspirational. Sort of the just the theme of this video. So, and I look forward to reading the comments and everything. I don't actually get a lot of comments because a lot of people, I think, actually just like go off in the middle of my videos because I don't know if they find it boring or something. It's just like, and I know that's sort of detrimental of me to say or anything, especially when it's my work, but at the same time, it's like, personally, it's like, if you don't like my videos and everything, that's perfectly fine. It's just, this is just something I do to get my brain reorganized and to get all my ideas out and everything. So yeah. But I think I've done this video out long enough and everything. This has been Kat here at the Magic Library, and I hope you guys have a very wonderful day. Bye guys.